Roll Nation, yes sir, we are back, man. We just keep elevating all the way up. We got a special gem today. There's always new discoveries made on this podcast, and our guest today is a gem for sure. Man, Christian Small is someone who I've admired from afar. It's like she just keeps getting better. Every time I hear her sing, and an excellent performer she is, and she is a star member of the Black Diamond Band. Christian Smalls, welcome to the Row.
Hello.
Hey, 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 hey. Man, it's good to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. Very, very blessed to be here.
Man, I'm not going to boast on you too much, but I've already expressed the fact that you are a gem and you guys are my favorite band here in SC.
Thank you. That definitely means a lot because it's been a long time coming. So
yes. And we're not even just gonna start on the routine questions, man. I got Christian here, so give me something, man. Just warm the Row audience up with a little something, a little vocals and so forth. I hate to put you on the spot.
It's okay.
Man, so.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
Used to it. Okay.
All
Okay.
Right. Strumming my pain with his finger. Singing my life with his word, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Hey.
My voice is a little rough.
Hey.
Singing all weekend, but
hey.
Don't let it be there.
That's Christian Smalls. That's Black Diamond Star right there. Man. Okay. You blessed. You know, I've been known for some background vocals, but I'm not going to come right after you.
All right.
You know, so y'all might want to feature me later.
We got you.
You got me? Okay, good deal. Messaging, man. Messaging and just connecting with your audience all together.
Okay.
How do you do that? I know that's important for you to get your message across. What kind of message are you bringing to your audience and what do you want to portray?
Well, I definitely want to, portray a image of positivity. You know, there's so much negativity in the world and, people trying to bring each other down. But I feel like music brings people together. I feel like I'm very transparent. I'm just a real person. It's not like, if you see me in the street, I'm always going to speak. I'm always going to hug, show love. That's just who I am naturally. And I try to convey that when I'm on stage so that people can connect with you. If you walk around and you have your nose stuck up in the air, people are afraid to come up to you and, sure, talk with you. Right. But, when you're a warm, open person, you attract all kinds of people. People feel comfortable with you. And that's what I try to, present on and off stage. So, positivity, uplifting each other. Yeah. So, yeah.
Man, I appreciate that. And I definitely can endorse everything that you just said. I think the last time I heard you was at the Share House downtown. And before then, it was the Powerfield Gala.
Yes, that was amazing.
Yep. And I was having a conversation with Marlon. Marlon Brown, he's a tech genius, man. He's doing his thing, him and his partner. Congrats to them. And he was mentioning to me, he was like, man, you need to have Christian on your podcast. I said, dog, I've already thought about that, and you don't remember probably because you hugged so many people and talked to so many people. But when you came off stage, I made it my point to get in your path and your direction and so forth. So you were very inviting.
Yes.
So you're very, transparent. You're very inviting. You're very authentic. And that's something that I appreciated you as well. So I knew then I was going to follow with you and have you on the road. Not that I wasn't going, if you wasn't inviting, I don't know, but it made it much easier in having you on the road. So definitely thanks for accepting our invitation.
Absolutely. And shout out to Marlon Brown. Thank you.
You got it. Thanks, Marlon, for the endorsement and so forth. And music as a business altogether. what are some of your takeaways? Because it's not just you just delivering some notes on stage. You know, this is a business.
Yes.
You're doing it as a business.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit in the transition, making it as a business, because your background was in a school district.
Yes.
I remember.
Yes. So I was working in the school district, and I was doing that for a while. Once I graduated college, I moved back down here, and then I just was like, I knew that I was always passionate about singing, and I didn't think that it would be a real career for me. But once I actually started doing it, I would do some open mics here and there. Yeah. Shout out to my girl, Courtney the Poet. She would do Neo Soul Sunday, so I would sing there, just kind of get my feet wet with performing in front of people.
Right.
So I did that, and then I performed in a band for a couple years, and then I struck out on my own. So I was still working, still booking things here and there, but not really heavily like now. But I did that, and then I sang with them a couple years, and then I literally was like, I want to do this, my own band, everything, and it is definitely hard, especially being a female. Working with men, you gotta be tough.
Come on now.
But no, the guys I work with, they're great, but being a female, really standing up, putting your foot down, not letting anybody run over you. Those are things you got to know. You got to know the business side is not all about your talent. You have to have the business side. So, now, that it's been about 10 years that we've been operating. Yeah.
10 years?
Next year will be our, 10th anniversary. And, I had my very first show back in 2003. So, 2013.
Okay.
And, that was amazing. And then I was just like, oh my God, it was packed wall to wall. And I was like, okay, you can do this. And then just slowly but surely, this was something I had prayed about. I prayed about, I was like, Lord, if this is your will, please let me be able to do it as a profession. And it absolutely happened. So, man, it's been amazing. Like, I feel very, very, very blessed to be in this position, because there's more growth. There's more avenues than just singing as songwriting, recording, background singing for artists, all kinds of things that I want to,
it puts you in so many positions and so many opportunities.
Yeah. So just knowing the business side, don't think just because you're talented that, it's like, oh, I can sing. It's like, all right, you got to have a team of people, or you got to be business minded.
Management's got to be there.
Absolutely. Because you cannot try to do that on your own and try to focus on the creative side as well. So.
Right. You got to run this thing like a business for sure, professionally. Yeah. When you talk about marketing and sales and appointments and et cetera. So it's so much I've learned over the years as well. How do you guys come together though? I know some of the members of the band. Well, I pretty much know all of them. Kind of tell me about that moment to where, you say, hey, here's the drummer, and I'm sure you went through some changes.
Yes. So, originally I had, and shout out to this guy. I gotta give a big shout out to Mr. Tony Coben. He is my bass player.
That's my dude, man.
Yes. He has been there with me since day one. Like, I just don't ever see myself being apart from him. He has taught me.
You think Tony will give me one of them hats that he be sporting and everything?
Don't you? Right.
Hey, Tony make them things look fly, man. Right? I'm telling you.
So big shout out to him. Like, he's incredible. Like, he helps me so much. He's taught me how to run sound. He's taught me about things that I had no clue about. He's so patient with me. He's playing on the new record.
Nice. Oh, snap. Did I hear a new record?
Yes. Yes. So shout out to them. Okay. AJ Jenkins, he's on drums. Shelton Desashore, he was with me as well. He's also producing my single as well. We've had Paul Quattlebaum play, Michael Stevens, Randy Stevens, Greg Loney. Greg Loney, amazing guitarist. So I'm very, very, very fortunate and blessed to have, such talented musicians and friends, in my life. So.
Man, that is awesome for sure. Now, I know it's Black Diamond. I mean, do you think you got room for like the Yellow Gem or something?
I love it. There's always room for growth.
Okay, that's always room for growth. We're not going to insert it right now, but just keep that in mind.
Right.
Black Diamond and the Yellow Gem.
I like it.
Kind of come up and so forth for sure. Yeah. So, you guys as a whole, you known, now you're getting booked. What's some of the challenges that you face that a lot of us might not know from an industry standpoint? And it could be, from a competition standpoint. I know you probably don't get into competition with other bands and everything like that, but, everybody wants to be booked. Everybody wants to be known, so I'm sure you experience that type deal and different type of attitudes and so forth.
Honestly, and I'm not trying to preach today, but
we can preach a little bit. We can preach on the road.
I feel like God gives everybody what he wants them to have. And he gave me what he wanted me to have. And I am using that, and people are connecting with it, and they're seeing that they're seeing that it's my gift from within. And that's not something, that's manufactured. Like, that has to come from inside of you. So every singer in this town has something unique to them. That's why I feel like there is no competition. People try to create competition, but I just kind of brush it off and, and I think that the camaraderie between bands in Charleston, I feel like it's pretty good, actually. If I can't make a gig, I'll call the next singer and say, hey, can you fill in? Can you do this gig? I've done that plenty of times. I never see anybody else as my competition, honestly, because like I said, everyone is unique. Everybody is different. Every band has a different sound. So even if it's the same people, your chemistry with that person is going to be different than another singer. So
that it is.
Everything that you have is unique to yourself. So to me, that diminishes any kind of competition, honestly.
There you go. Humble spirit that Christian has, for sure. With singing all together, I've always been curious because I know there's some times to where you get on stage and you already booked and that voice just might not be there, and you to.
Oh, definitely.
You booked, you paid, or you're about to get paid, and they expecting you to deliver.
Right.
Tell me about those particular moments, man.
I've had that happen. Everybody has a normal body. You get sick, you get tired, you get, fatigued or whatever. But I try my best to keep my body healthy.
Okay.
Because to me, being a musician, it's a lifestyle. You have to, you need to work out. I'm not going to tell anybody not to drink, but as a singer, that's really important. Drinking water, staying hydrated, working out, doing all these things for your temple, because if you get sick, then you can't make any money.
You sound like a doctor. I mean, a surgeon, right?
And I've had to grow to that point. So in the last 2 years, I dropped about 55 pounds. I feel much better. I feel much better on stage. I can sing longer. I have more endurance. So those are, if you want to be serious in this industry, you have to have, you have to do all of those kind of things.
And I appreciate you saying that as far as on the weight loss as well. And we just had Jeff Witherspoon, E2M.
Okay. Oh, nice.
On the podcast prior to you. It was via Zoom. And he just talked about, how important it is, of course, on taking care of the temple, the body, for the long run. And health is wealth, man. I don't care what you do. I mean, you need to be in a position to where you are giving it your best, and you got to watch what you put in your body. And you got to put some cardio in. And people just don't understand that. And I'm not going to preach on that too much, but that's just something that's been to heart for me, especially with my mom having a massive stroke, years ago. That was kind of an eye-opening thing for me. And I began to look at things, of course, in a different perspective. Man, it's been too long talking. What I want to hear right now to break the moment, I need to hear an old church hymn or some church, because you said that God will not give you more than you can bear. Or, he is, of course, the foundation of who you are. I already see it. I need to hear something from the choir stands, man.
All right, let's see. This is one of my favorites because many a times, when things look a little, in our vision, we're seeing things and they may not pan out the way we see it. So I think this is a good one. I am going to trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord till I die. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord till I die.
That's Kristen Smalls. She just continues to bless us. And so effortless. Give me just a little bit, man. I mean, I know it wasn't exactly for me, but, could you talk to God? This is kind of just give me a little bit,
I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord till I die. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord till I die.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Sometimes you gotta encourage yourself.
And that you do. A lot of times, for sure. How do you measure success?
Oh man.
I mean, you look back where you started. In fact, I seen that Instagram post. I don't know if it was some kind of choir selection or whatever it may be.
Oh, I was in high school.
Oh, he's in high school. Okay.
Throwback. Okay. Oh God.
Say, oh snap, that's Christian right there.
Oh my God.
Starting it off. So just looking back, I mean, how have you been able to measure success?
Oh man.
Your career in the stages of life. Because I'm a big advocate, it's all about progression. It's not about perfection.
Oh yeah.
And you have to savor the moments. We have to celebrate the moments. We have to operate in the victorious.
Absolutely.
And I want to know what Christian has done, or how does she measure her success? And I know you're going to say you're not there yet, or you're going to continue to progress. And I love that. But how do you step back and say, oh, wow, that was good. I mean, what do you do?
I just kind of, reflect. I'll go to a quiet place, be it the battery in my car.
Okay, you're a car person. I'm a car person too.
I'll park anywhere. And I just kind of reflect. And like I said, I just look back on where I came from and where I started. Nobody knew who I was. And now, there are places where I can't go. And, I'm like, they're like, oh my God, you sang at such and such. Oh my God, I love you. Like, it's not even really about the money. We need money to operate, but it's those special moments.
That's it.
When people are like, oh my God, can you take a picture with me? Or, you're my favorite, or I have to have you for my birthday party. Like, I want anybody, just those
I love it.
special moments. Looking back on shows we've had, like, just kind of like, even looking back at recorded videos of myself and all that kind of stuff. And just seeing the progression, when I want to beat myself up, I say, no, everybody should be gentle. Life is a journey. Anything we're doing is a journey. So always be gentle with yourself. And when I get those moments when I'm like, you're not doing enough, you're not where you're supposed to be, this is not happening for you, I just sit back and I'm like, all right, look at the progression. Look at the goals you have set, you've put in the air, and now they're actually happening. So that's really my success. And I see it happening. The people I'm connecting with,
Okay.
people that are reaching out to me, like I literally feel like things literally fall in my lap.
And the thing about it, it's going to continue to happen, and I love it too. So, Christian, you're from Charleston?
Yes.
All right. You did some schooling in Winthrop, and you came back home, and you're making an impact as far as with your messaging on stages and how you connect with other people. How important, from a culture standpoint, to have where you're from in your presentation? I know that can be a question that you get from some people, but the cultural presentation that comes across in your music, talk about that a little bit.
That is very important to me. It's a sound that is so unique to us. So when I was singing the gospel number before, the hand clapping, the feel, it's something that you can't even really describe. It's just a feeling, and people enjoy it. And it's, like I said, it's very unique to Charleston. Like, we know, like, coming from the church, coming from a slave port,
Charleston got history.
Yeah. So those are things that are, reflecting in our music and in who we are as people. I think we have a very rich culture in Charleston. Our accent, our way of life, our food, everything is, our lifestyle. That's who we are. Geechee, Gullah people.
Right.
And it definitely comes across on stage. You've seen us perform, so
absolutely.
We are very soulful. We feel it. It's not something that's rehearsed. So yeah, it's a feeling. And it does, like I said, it does reflect in our music and our stage performance.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I've been in Charleston with, 25 years or whatever it may be. So it's pretty much home from me, even though I'm from Greenville. And shout out to Greenville, South Carolina. And you probably hear more in Greenville still in my voice versus Charleston for sure. So that's where my roots are. Man, let's talk about this album though. You touched on it just for a moment, but you got something special coming out.
Yes. So I want to give a shout out to Miss Kiana Parler of Ranky Tanky, who won our city a Grammy. She is just my mentor. Shout out to Charlton Singleton. He actually taught at my high school, School of the Arts. And now to do shows with him is, it's beyond amazing. Like, it still humbles me to work with those people, because I remember literally walking down the hallway in high school and seeing him teaching. So it is just amazing to get a call from him and like, hey, you want to do a show together? And I'm like, absolutely. So
man, he saw a lot of value in you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So Kiana came to me one day and she said, hey, I have an idea for a song. And so it's going to be more on the Southern soul tip right now, which is very big right now. And we do a lot of that in our shows. A very fun song. You can dance, to it. It's going to be called Winning. And that is actually going to be coming out on my birthday, October 21st. Okay. It'll be a whole weekend. It's called Winning Weekend. That Saturday, we're going to do something, and then that Sunday. So when we get everything locked in, all of that will be available on my social media. So we're going to start promoting October. We are rebranding. So you will see all new content, pictures. The song, of course, will be on Spotify, Apple Music, all streaming services. So
yes, ma'am.
I am very, very, shout out to Beatman, Shelton Desashore, y'all. He just blew my mind on this one. Like, he brought my vision to life. Like, I told him what I wanted. He knows me as a singer and as a person, so I think it was very easy for him. But definitely big shout out to him. He's doing amazing as well. Check him out. But yes, again, my bass player, Tony Coben, he's playing on it. Ashton Lowry, he's amazing. He just moved here. He is on guitar. He's amazing. I am very excited. Shout out to Mike Brown. He's also did some co-producing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait. And of course, this is going to lead to an EP. So we're going to maybe push that for next year, but ride the single this year.
Absolutely. Yeah. Late October is coming out. Christian's got something special. Please go support her, Charleston's own, right here for sure. And I can't wait. And I'm gonna be in the party, the event, or whatever it may be. And,
Please be there.
we're gonna celebrate and support each other. And you heard about that probably first, depending on when it's aired, on the road right here.
Yes.
So definitely. What do you see the Black Diamond Band in the next 3 to 5 years? I mean, ideally,
man.
where do you want us to go? I mean, you got the momentum, you're putting in the work. I'm not saying you got to be this huge nationally known star, but I would like to see you expand more. That's just me.
Well, I actually talked with somebody about this, and so the music industry to me is tricky. I think that
it's a big pool.
Yeah, I won't say it's not based on your talent, but you don't have to be very talented to be famous. For sure, and I'm not seeking after fame. I would like to be comfortable one day, comfortable lifestyle. You know what I mean? And so I would love to do some session singing for some recording artists, some background singing for recording artists, because background singers, they have their own underground following. So they can go out and they can sell out shows as well. So
you are so right.
There's so much room for anything, honestly. Like, social media has made it so easy to really connect to people. So, I would love to go overseas and do some singing.
She don't mind traveling.
Broadway stuff. I'd love to do that. So, yeah.
Nah, I definitely love it, man. And I was just thinking, some of the artists that I love locally that might not be as big, I just want to see you guys expand, because it's more than just us that actually needs to hear you. And I was just telling my family about you. So they're on to you as far as on YouTube.
Awesome.
And when they come to Charleston, they know the name Black Diamond.
Awesome.
And more after this podcast, for sure. What's something that nobody don't know about you? Christian, I mean, tell me about your personality wise. I don't see you as, I don't know. I'm trying to say, are you more introverted when you go out?
Yes, I am. I would say it's a mixture of introversion and extroversion.
Probably like me. Yes, I'm like that too.
If I'm not on stage, I don't mind being kind of like in the background, chilling.
I said that. And that's crazy, because I feel that I know people, and sometimes, I get called out like, you don't know everything as far as people wise, but I can tell. I said, when Christian's not on stage, I bet she just low key, and I bet she can just go to the house and just chill or watch Netflix or whatever it may be.
Yes.
And don't have to be out and about with everybody else. Right. I see that.
So when you do that for a living, when you're out, when you're amongst people, you're talking. Yeah. So you have to then like decompress. So I'll spend, days where, I'm in the bed, I'm watching, like you said, Netflix, I'm chilling, I'm on YouTube, I'm doing whatever, listening to music, that keeps me going. I am definitely a nerd. And yes, people are like, what?
Okay. We got the nerd up on stage giving it to us like that.
How do you know these random facts or like, but I'm very goofy. My friends are like, girl, what are we gonna do with you? But
they probably like, man, you weird.
Yes, very goofy. Love to laugh. Love to just have fun.
Yeah.
Love, like I said, love to be around my friends and family, and just just kind of be normal. When I'm not on stage.
I love it. Yeah, Black Diamond Band. I'm not gonna put on the spot too much today. I mean, y'all done heard enough singing and everything like this. I need for y'all to get prepared for that album that's coming out.
Yes.
In October.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. So when you're not singing, you're at home. When you're at home, you just preparing, probably messaging to sing again.
Yes.
And is that pretty much how you get your mind right from a mental standpoint? One thing that I value is mental performance, especially with us a lot of times. And I just enjoy helping us perform mentally through taking the proper steps as far as to getting there. And I believe people of color a lot of times that, we shy away from getting help and everything.
Yes.
And you just seem so mentally together though, like you're not taking, and you might say, man, I ain't got it. But at the same time, I mean, you're a person, it's relative. You're a person that comes across to where, I'm not going to take this all serious. I realize that bumps are going to come in the road, for sure. And first of all, I need to talk to somebody, man, to see what gets Christian to the point to where she's really, really mad and everything too. I need to see that other side, Christian and everything.
Lord.
You're a loose cannon sometimes, or what? I mean,
like bringing that out.
Oh. But,
yes, but mental health is just so important. I will tell you one thing I battled with is taking care of Christian and then taking care of Black Diamond, because at some point they're going to meet, So I have to make sure that I am pouring into myself as a person, not talking about my singing,
right?
Not, anything that has to do with the performance or anything like that. You have to take care of yourself holistically. And that's one thing that I kind of was like, I didn't know, when you're doing something for the first time, situations come up and you're like, oh, I've never been through this. So, that has been a big thing, making sure my mental is right, because if that's not right, people will know.
People will know.
When you're on stage, they're like, you all right?
Can't give it your best.
Yeah, you just can't. So in your life as a person, you have to take care of yourself. And it's just no way you can get around that. So yeah, that, that is what I try to do. And like you said, there's always going to be bumps in the road, but when you're in your purpose and you're in your passion, those things will not deter you from doing what you need to do. Honestly, you just kind of get through it and you're like, all right, let's get back on track.
I love it. Take us out on, it's one of my favorites. And I'm trying to think of the artist. Essence. Wizkid. Just give me a little something, because I can hear it right now. I don't need no one.
That's a good one. All right, so let's get some snaps. Said I want to leave you in the morning, but I need you now. Hey. I try, won't leave you in the morning. I know what you like. Hey. I feel it coming. Time is of the essence. I try to teach you, but I need some lessons. I try to give it all. I try to leave, but I can't. Hey, you don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only if I hold your body. You don't need no other body.
Christian Small, star of the Black Diamond Band, has blessed the road today. And album's coming out October. Please go support her. Go like it, go share it. She is awesome. And this is not going to be the last time she is on the road. The next time I am speaking and she will be on another level, whatever that means to her. Christian, how can they reach you?
Reach me on Facebook at Black Diamond Band Charleston, or you can look at my personal page, Christian Smalls. Also on Instagram, Black Diamond Sings is my page. Shout out to Miss Ty. She does run my social media. Shout out to her. That's how you can reach me. My email is blackdiamondandcompany@gmail.com. If you want to contact me for booking, just contact me there.
There you go. All right, and we out.